So I'm like, a gram of weed is only like $10 or $5, whatever the fuck it was. I'm like, damn, cocaine. I was like, now I need to get my hands on some cocaine.
Yeah.
I was like, because this is how I'm gonna pay for this, for everything that I need to fucking pay for.
Yeah.
And going out wasn't cheap.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I'm a guy. Yeah, no, I'm a guy. Nobody's buying me drinks.
Yeah.
Fuck. So now I'm like, now I need to find some cocaine. So now I'm going around and maneuvering how I maneuver, and you know, I learned I was a pretty good talker at this point in time.
Yeah.
I just knew how to get around. So I eventually end up finding a guy where I can get some product from.
Welcome to the show, The Roots of Ambition, big dog. Let's go, big dog.
Thanks for spending time and coming.
Thank you. That was a badass introduction, man. Thank you. I appreciate
right on,
it.
bro. Right on.
Did he say your last name correctly? Because I was
McCollum, right?
Yeah, McCollum. Yep.
McCollum. There you go. Hey, bro. Hey, before we even jump onto this, man, I wanna thank you, bro, because when we showed up to the fights, we were kind of lost. Like, man, where do we go? Who do we talk to? And you came out of nowhere, bro. You're like, what you guys need, bro? I got you. I'll talk to them. You guys can go do this. Come over here. Follow me. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that.
More times than not, I'm that guy looking for somebody to just, you know, I know the look. You know what I mean? So I started boxing late, man. So, you know, even me just going to gyms or just certain things that people think I should know, I didn't know, and I had to look. I'm just like, what do we do? Where do we go? What's the process? What the hell's going on? So, you know, I'm just paying it forward. Just
right on, bro. Right on.
For us, because it's the first type of that event that we do. So we were trying to stay out of the way of everybody. So
we didn't want to get kicked out, bro.
Of course.
So, but you know. It's crazy because sometimes you say people don't judge the book by its cover, and it's like from far away, you know, you see this guy tatted up, you got a really cool like
the vest on, the vest on.
My bike club, that's my club,
Honestly, I probably wouldn't have approached you, but he went right for you. And like, man, this is the nicest guy.
Bro.
I try to be just a gentleman. My mom raised me right, and my father raised me right.
On.
So. Just try to, like I said, play it forward. Like you said, don't judge a book by its cover. I also know my look can be intimidating to some people. So I do try to come off as nice and as kind as possible.
Right, hey man. Hey, that's a beautiful way, brother.
Thank you.
I have to ask you. You're from New York, bro. How the hell did you get New Jersey? I'm sorry.
You're good.
You want to start?
Hey, you know.
Hey, hold on.
Here,
New
man,
Jersey,
you know?
big dog. So how the hell did you get to the West Coast? Just give me a brief little story on that one.
Against my will.
Oh, really?
100% against my will.
You got to get your ass out of here, dog.
Yeah, right. So, man, I guess the short version of it is I was a nuisance in New Jersey, and basically my father was just like, look, man, if you stay here, you're either gonna die or go to jail. You know the cliche stuff, and you're gonna die, you're gonna go to prison, man. So I need to get you as far away from here as possible. And I don't know why. For some reason, because my dad had lived here before in California. In the Bay Area. He loved the weather. So that was his influence. But for some reason, he thought getting me away from New Jersey and bringing me to the Bay Area was just like, that was going to work. But honestly, I'm a firm believer in if you want trouble, you'll find it.
Absolutely.
And that's, you know, what I did. But it was, so essentially, I got brought over here because he wanted me to start fresh, and I did.
How old were you?
16.
Okay.
Yeah.
So high school.
Yeah.
What was the biggest shock for you from the east to the west? Like,
just the slang.
Okay.
And the style. And then going to high school, it was an outdoor campus. That really fucked me up.
Really?
Yeah, that fucked me up.
Because everything's indoor over there.
Yeah, because the winters are just so brutal over there. The whole campus is indoors, man. So, and then the weather, that was my favorite thing. That's why I'm still here, to be honest.
Yeah, everybody, bro.
Yeah, right. So yeah, man. That's just kind of like the culture. Just everything. It was just a big flip. You know, you could just I've experienced both sides of not the world, but America now.
Yeah,
and I see, and I just see it all.
Complete opposites.
Yeah, 100%. So the only I've even been down to the South, Florida, been to Alabama before. So I feel like I've been to a good amount of places where I got to see the difference, and it's just a different culture.
Right
all the
on,
same
bro.
stuff. It's all surrounded by the same stuff, but just in different ways.
So when you moved here, did you dad send you over here, or did he move with you?
So he moved. He moved with me over here. He brought me. He was just like, "You're coming."
And it was just you and your dad, or do you have
it was just me and my father. I've lived with I grew up. My dad raised me. I lived with my father. He's a single father. My mom got remarried. Through things happened when I was younger, I ended up with my father. But I still have a great relationship with my mom. And so that's.
Do you have any other siblings?
Yeah, so I have a half brother and a half sister.
Okay, right on.
And
on your mom's side or your dad's side?
On my mom's side.
Okay, so it was literally then just you and your dad.
Yeah, it was just me and my dad. We were thugging it, and he brought me across. He was just like, man, you know, I'm his only son. He's just like, man, I don't want to bury you.
Yeah.
He's like, man, the last thing I want to do is bury my son. Or
shout out to your dad, bro.
Yeah, and he's like, and he always told me if I go to jail, he's like, don't call me. I was just like, all right. Time to buckle up a little bit, right? So, those are some, strong words.
So I got to ask you this question, man. Like the majority, like 99% of the guys I grew up with were raised, including myself, were raised by their moms. You had the privilege to be raised by your dad.
Yeah.
How was that experience for you, bro?
Now being a grown man, I think it was a blessing and a curse. I'm a very blunt person because of it. I'm like brutally honest, and that rubs people the wrong way sometimes.
Right.
So I'm trying to work on that. But I've also gained my confidence as a man.
Yeah.
I felt like my dad has held some core values with being a masculine man.
Yeah.
Getting up, going to work, doing certain things, handling your business, and so like I said, it's been a blessing and a curse, positive, negatives, but more positives, I think, than negatives.
Right.
And I think it's carried me well through life.
How's your guys' relationship right now?
It's better than it was.
Okay.
So when my dad raising me, he raised me to be very independent because he was a single father. He had to work 2 jobs.
Ooh.
That includes the weekends. So I was alone at the house a lot. Yeah. I knew how to cook for myself at a very young age. I knew how to operate the stove, but the whole 9.
Yeah.
So him raising me to be very independent made me very much like him. When I would be in situations where he wasn't around, I would just do what I knew best, and that was to kind of handle it like how he would, how I thought he would do best. So our relationship growing up was very rough. We're the same person. We bump heads a lot.
Bumping heads.
Yeah, and he's a big old Irish dude from Brooklyn.
Oh,
I wasn't winning that fight up till recently, man. Up till recently, I wasn't winning that fight. So it was very frustrating, so.
Right on.
It's better now.
Still living in California? Or not?
Yeah, he's still living in California. He's doing his thing. He told me once I turned 18, he's leaving.
Oh.
He's leaving the nest.
Okay.
He's just like, you're on your own now. You're a man. Like, this is what I raised you for. He's just like, I hope you're ready. I kind of didn't believe him. I was like,
oh, really?
Yeah, I was just like, he's just talking shit.
Yeah.
Because, I was still making trouble and everything.
Yeah.
And I was 18. He was just like, man, hey, you got 2 months.
Really?
Yeah. So I didn't have any money to my name. So that's when I had to go take a job a little bit serious.
Yeah.
Had to chalk up some money and start taking care of things on my own.
Right on.
Looking at that in retrospect, because I have 2 boys, and I've said that jokingly to them, but I don't know that I will have the guts to do that to my kids and let them go at 18. And certainly my wife will kill me. But from a son perspective, looking back, was that, in your opinion, like the right call, or would have done something else in his position?
I I think everything plays out how it's gonna play out. I'm a firm believer in your story is already written, and I believe it did more good than bad. I put myself in a lot of situations, and my dad looked at me and said, "You need to get yourself out of these situations." And I don't think if I would have been raised the way I was, I wouldn't have been able to dig myself out of those situations. And I think that's why I've hit rock bottom a couple times, and I've came back every time. So was it tough? Yes. Was it hard? Definitely. Like, would I recommend everybody to do it? No, not everybody has the backbone for it. And, I was kind of groomed at a young age for this. So, like, I can't say it works for everybody. A cookie cutter recipe is never good for everybody, right? So, but I think in my circumstances, my dad being a single father, looking up to him, everything like that, I think it all worked out
right on.
Well. Yeah.
Right on.
I wouldn't recommend a nice family with a mom involved and everything else like that to just then cut them loose, because then they're gonna be like, "Fuck, man," like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no, 100%, bro.
Because I see how my little brother is raised, and I love my little brother, and shit, I wish I had his life sometimes.
Yeah.
But he can't.
There's no way.
Man, he wasn't moving out until he had a girlfriend.
Oh,
He was just
really?
like, fuck, I need a girlfriend before I move out.
But he might not have the skills to your point.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Necessity, I'm sure your dad would have done different if he didn't have two jobs.
No, of course. And you get to focus on different things in life. I was focused on like real life industry, like real life stuff. Like, you know what I mean? My little brother got the luxury to focus on school, being a good kid, being a nice, like representable young man.
Yeah.
And me, I'm over here just trying to get it.
But so through this process, when you were young and your dad was working the two jobs and everything, you were doing wrestling and you were competing.
Yeah.
And I know that's like very time consuming.
Yeah.
How was that dynamic if your dad was working two jobs?
Oh, I had a bicycle, and I had a bicycle, and I was everywhere. Like if you could go back to, so I was living in Clifton at the time, and so I was born in Paterson, New Jersey, but I like to tell people I'm from Passaic County, New Jersey, because we moved around, we bounced around, Clifton, Paterson, Passaic, Garfield. Shit, I lived everywhere, and I was everywhere on that bicycle.
Really?
When I got like to 14, I think I had a moped. 14, I think I had a moped, so it was a little bit better, but I was everywhere.
You were moving.
Everywhere. Yeah, I knew the whole bus system. I was like a real throwback kid, like, because that's the only way my dad knew how to raise me.
Like you identify as generational X.
Yeah. Fuck, man. So my dad raised me just how he was. My dad was real old school. He's like, look, when the lights come on, that's when you need to be home and stuff like that. And I wouldn't, and I'll get beat for it.
He'd come looking for you or wait for you to get home.
Oh, he wait for me. He wait for me to get home. He wasn't even stressed out. He was just,
hey, we gonna move some furniture tonight, boy.
So I could tell you about how those went too. Those weren't fun at all.
Oh no, I bet not.
But so I had a bike. I was everywhere. I knew the bus system, and wrestling is time consuming. But man, I had so much time on my hands, and I was just I was just like the Energizer Bunny, man. I was everywhere. How
did you get started?
My dad's friend, his sons were wrestling, and my dad was wrestling. My dad is like, he's like in like the New Jersey, his like school New Jersey Hall of Fame for wrestling or something like that. And I still see all his throwback newspapers and everything like that. Oh,
really?
Yeah, my dad was a badass. People still recognize him when we were growing up. Like, hey, Shawn, I haven't seen you in years, man. And
really?
Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, shit, my dad really was that guy. So.
How old are you, bro?
28.
Oh, you're still young, bro.
Yeah, so young, but shit.
No. I get it. Yeah.
I would put myself through the ringer. I would put myself through the damn ringer, man. Man, I tell you.
So I'm gonna ask you a tough question, bro. Mm-hmm. How was it for you for the split up of your parents, man? How did that affect you? How did you handle that? Because a lot of people, again, I grew up with, man, for their parents to split up, it really hurt them, bro.
Yeah. I think so they split up when I was like 4.
Oh, okay. You were young.
Yeah, but I do remember like watching movies and stuff like that. And I remember there was a couple times where I cried and I was like, damn, I wish wish you guys would just be together. And my dad was like, my dad, like I said, man, my dad wasn't really a comforting guy. He was a very hard-nosed type of dude. So he's just like, look, man, I don't know how to tell you, but that's not happening. And so, you know, you cry about it. And my dad didn't really, like, when I cried, he wasn't really like, come here, son.
Yeah.
Like, he was just like, hey, man, get, like.
Old school.
Yeah, we're not doing all that. So, so it was just like, all right. After like 2 or 3 times of crying, I just realized I was just
never going to happen.
Just beating the same dead horse at that point. And we just moved on from it. And then after that, it was just like, it is what it is.
You grew up kind of fast, huh?
Yeah, very fast. Yeah, I think I grew up, out of all my friends, I was always
more mature.
Well, I wouldn't say mature. I was doing the dumb shit with him.
But more mature in a different way, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You were aware because nobody backing you up. So you gotta be.
I think I was more advanced in like just life skills.
Yeah.
You know, survival skills. You know what I mean?
Street skills.
Yeah, street smarts at a young age. So that definitely played a big role in it.
So man, okay, you left the East Coast, you came to the West Coast.
Yeah.
You started adapting, man. At what point did you started like realizing I'm staying here, right? We ain't leaving nowhere else. Did you know that right away, or?
Yeah, I was just like, man, because I was very hard-headed the whole way here. We got here in October.
Yeah.
In October of 2014. I spent my first Christmas in basketball shorts and a tank top. And I said, I'm never going back. I'm never moving back. I love this weather, bro. I'm like, man, this is, I'm like, fuck.
That's why I tell people, like, you can take, obviously we do pay a shitload of taxes.
Yeah, dude, you can't beat the weather though, man.
Politics might not be the best sometimes. But you can't fucking beat the weather.
Hell no, bro.
You're 2 hours away from the snow. You're 2 hours away from the desert. You're 2 hours away from the beach.
Yeah.
Like, that was another thing that just fucked me up. That people were like, we're going on vacation. I'll be like, oh, where you guys going? Oh, we're going to the snow. I'll be like, what the fuck? You don't spend your fucking vacation in the snow? I'm like, what the fuck? They're like,
coming from someone from the East Coast.
Yeah, because
my dad tripping, huh?
My dad, this motherfucker, it would be like we would have a big snowstorm, right? Yeah. And so my dad would be like, hey, you got to get to bed early tonight because tomorrow we got to shovel. And then I'll be like, damn. So I'll be like, man, just don't go. He'd be like, how the fuck is the bills gonna get paid? Yeah. So they would call, they would be like, school's canceled for today, blah, blah, blah. He's like, you still gotta wake up early to shovel out my car. I'll be like, oh man. I'm like, man, fuck this. When I heard people talking about we're going to the snow, I'll be like, get the fuck out. Yeah. I was like, go ahead and leave me out of it.
Hey, you brought up a great point though, big dog. Like that, like having to wake up early to shovel snow, right? That's to me, like now with these kids, that's a huge separator, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that separates a lot of shit, bro.
It's the epitome of the quote, right? Like hard times make great men.
Yeah.
You know, great men make good times make
weak man. Yeah.
Exactly.
And so you're like literally put in a position where like, hey, these are the times like there's. If your car's covered snow, you gotta pay the bills.
I still gotta go to work, bro.
Yeah, my dad was just like, he's like, man, I don't know what to tell you. He's like, I start work at 6 a.m. It's gonna take you about 45 minutes if you work hard. So I'm gonna wake you up. I'm gonna wake you up an extra hour. I'm like, God damn, I'm waking up at 4 a.m. to to shovel his fucking car out. Then he's got to leave an hour early because all the traffic that's gonna be there, all the shut down roads, and all the other stuff, and. Mind you, this is when the first GPSs just came out, like the Garmin.
Those TomToms, Garmins, yeah.
So it's like, you don't even know what route you really got to take until you get there. And so my dad's like, fuck, I got to leave. He only lived 10 minutes away from the fucking job, but he had to leave super early. Right. So, I was waking up, and, man, when I got here, I was like, I'm not going back.
What did your dad do for a living, bro?
He's a truck driver.
Truck driver.
Yeah, he's a truck driver.
Over here as well when he moved over here?
Yeah, so he got transferred. He had a seniority in his job. And so when my dad was like, he told me, he's like, hey, we're going to be going to California. I'm letting you know right now, I put my request in for a transfer. And he said, my job said it could take anywhere from 2 to 3 years. I'm like, all right, cool. This motherfucker comes back 2 months later and was like, oh, they approved my transfer.
Oh.
And I'm like, all right, cool. We're going like 2 years or something, right? He's like, oh no, we're going next month. I'm like, what? I'm like, hell no. I'm like, man, all my friends. You know, I'm just like, oh, this is fucking bullshit. And then the worst part about it was, man, I love Hayward in the Bay Area now, man. Yeah. But you know, when you look at California, you see LA, and that's where I'm thinking I'm going.
Yeah.
Right.
I show up to some place called Hayward, California. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, man, get me back. I'm like, put me on the first plane back home. He's like, it's not happening.
Oh, that's classic.
Yeah, so I knew about Oakland and the Bay, like I heard about it, San Francisco 49ers and stuff, but I never really like looked into it. And I never in a million years as a young kid would have thought that would have been my new home. So, yeah. That was definitely a culture shock, for sure.
So how did you adapt to the schools out here? Like when you started high school out here, bro?
Man, shit, I hit the ground running.
Yeah?
I hit the ground running because...
And you guys got it easy out here, bro. Ain't no
even,
snow.
Not even, yeah. I mean, that shit was dope too, right? But I hit the ground running because it wasn't hard for me to make friends.
I can tell, bro.
I was the new guy from New Jersey.
You probably had the accent a little bit lightweight.
Yeah, that's when my accent was thick.
Yeah.
Fresh. And I still get it when I go back home.
Oh.
And when I'm back home for a little bit, then it comes back.
Yeah.
But when I'm out here, then, you know, I kind of adapt to the accent or just my regular voice. So I was like, damn, man. I hit the ground running. It was easy to talk to girls. It was easy to make guys.
Because you were different, bro. You were different.
I was an athlete too. So I was getting in cool with the football team and the basketball team. I immediately took over Hayward's wrestling team.
Nice.
And yeah, it was just I didn't have no problems. I had no bumps in the road.
So you got a lot of tattoos, bro.
Yeah.
I have a lot of tattoos as well. Which one is the most meaningful tattoo to you, bro?
I think the scroll that I have on my back, it's a scroll of all my friends that passed away.
Oh.
So I feel like I carry them with me. And I take a lot of pride in that tattoo. You know, they were all good friends of mine.
Right on.
And they all meant a lot to me. And it sucks that they're not here no more.
How did you lose them? Or gangs?
Some of them different. Some of them different. One of them I think it was a gang robbery shooting type of deal. Another friend was a car crash. Another friend was an asthma attack. Another friend drowned. Like, you know, it was just life, man. You know, and so I could have sat there and cried about it, but I feel like it was just like I said, everybody's script is already written. So.
You gave them the ultimate praise, though.
Yeah. I like to
hear a virgin.
Yes. So this was my Virgin Mary. I had got this tattoo because I always had a Virgin Mary chain. And man, I would get into so much trouble. I probably ran through like 20 Virgin Mary chains because I would get in a fight.
Fighting, they snatch them off.
Yeah, I would get in a fight, so it would fall off, or something would happen to where I would lose it. So that was.
So I'm assuming you're Catholic.
I was, I was Catholic. Yeah. So but even then, I still never really got into too much religion stuff,
right? Or
religious or my own beliefs because. Just growing up in such a diverse place like New Jersey, like I had Muslim friends, I had Jewish friends, Catholic, Black, everybody.
Diversified.
So I never really got too much into religion. I take everybody for who they are and
you respect their religion.
Yeah, I respect it because you know what, man, I'm not gonna start arguing with you or I'm not gonna stop talking to you because you believe in some certain. We obviously, as kids, as growing up, we got along, and I honestly, I feel like sports is a really good way to break that barrier.
Oh, give me some, bro.
Especially boxing.
I say that. Oh, man, we getting there. there. Don't jump into it yet, big dog.
How's the diversity difference between New York and here? Because I've never been.
So
New York is dope, dog.
Yeah. So.
Bro, I went there for the first time.
Yeah.
Quick story, right? Me and my wife, dude, I was blown away. We went to Empire, Wall Street, and I was looking up, bro. Me and Michelle were looking. I'm like, God, these motherfucking buildings are so fucking tall, right?
Man, they're
right. So I keep looking. I'm looking. This dude walks up. He's all, "Don't do that too much."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's all, "Because then everybody's gonna know you're a tourist."
Yeah.
And he's like, "You get a bullet. You're not a bullet, but you get a target on your back." I'm like. I got you, big dog.
Yeah, he probably told you walk a little faster.
Yeah.
Too. Walk a little faster, man. You walk too slow. We know you ain't from here, man.
You must be from Cali, big dog.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
Absolutely, man. And so yeah, the biggest difference, I think, so the diversity in the East Coast where I was at least, a whole bunch of different Latinos. A lot of Mexicans too, but not like the Mexicans out here.
Yeah, here, like Mexican.
It was way different. Yeah, the Mexicans out there were like short and dark. Yeah,
they're from south of Mexico.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, they weren't the most like they weren't the most like wanted.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I never thought like moving to California, I would think Salvadorian or Mexican would have been in my cards or nothing like that. But played out that way. But there's a lot of Latinos out there. Colombian, Dominican, Puerto Rican, Peruvian.
Everything.
Everything. So, but a lot of Mexicans as well, a lot of Salvadorians as well, a whole bunch of blacks, Jamaicans, Asians,
Cubanos.
Yeah, Cubanos. Yeah, Asians. I never met or seen a Tongan or Samoan person. Till I moved out to California. Yeah, I thought it was so fucking cool. Yeah. I was like, these motherfuckers are huge.
Giants, bro.
Man, because you know, when I joined the football team.
Yeah, oh, man.
I'm like, oh, these are the linemen? I'm like, yes. Yeah. I'm like, damn.
Give me the ball, coach.
I'm like, hell yeah. I'm like, man. And then I realized the other team got them too. And I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean? I was like, God damn. So that was I was like,
that's
but
hilarious.
Man, it was cool though. It was super cool, and I love the Islander community. Shit, I grew up
different
an
vibe,
to them. Yeah, man, they're really welcoming, very family oriented. And actually, the bike club I'm in now, the Pacific Savages MC, it's a culture club, and man, I love them guys.
Respect, bro.
So
respect.
Yeah.
So your bike club was there were a lot of them were there that day,
a lot
right?
of my guys, they were there. Yeah,
bro, that's dope.
It's like it's a big Islander community, a lot of Filipinos, and just a mixture of everybody.
Beautiful, bro. Beautiful.
I didn't realize there was such a big Filipino community.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah, Union City, huh, man. Me too. Yeah. I didn't even know it existed until I moved out here.
So you started wrestling out here too in Hayward in school, or?
Yeah, I kind of finished up with wrestling. So by the time I had moved, I was already kind of falling off with wrestling because I was just starting to fuck up too much in school.
Yeah,
you know, it was getting to the point where the teachers and the coaches couldn't even cover up for me no more.
Oh,
like it was getting bad. So when I came out here, I was just like, all right, fresh start, fuck it, let me go wrestle, do what I'm best at. Yeah. I'll never forget it. My first day, I walked into the wrestling room. And I see like this little, like little ditzy wrestling room. And I'm like, what the fuck? I see the guys like doing like, you know, the team doing like some bullshit ass drills. And I'm like, is there a coach here? He's like, yeah, I'm the coach. And real cool guy. And he's like, yeah, I'm the coach. Nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Introduce myself. I'm like, yeah, I'm Shawn McCollum from New Jersey, blah, blah, blah. He's like, great. You want to come join? I was like, yeah, actually, I'd like to be your team captain. And he was like, oh, man, I don't know about that. We got a pretty solid guy. I'm like, what weight is he? He's like, he's 145. I was like, perfect.
Bring him on.
I was like, I wrestle 136, 135-ish, you know, like, he's just like, oh man, I don't know. I was like, I'll wrestle him right now. I hadn't wrestled in like months at that point in time.
You called him out?
Yeah, I was like, hell, and because the kid, the room was so small.
Yeah,
you gotta understand though, I was a young, ignorant kid too. Like my arrogance was up there. So I was just like,
we gonna get along just fine, bro.
Yeah. Then the kid comes up. He's like, you want to wrestle me for? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I want to wrestle you for the team captain spot right now. I was like, if I'm gonna be on this team, I want to lead it the way I do it, like how I did back home in New Jersey. I was like, cause this ain't even cool. And then the coach was like, what do you want to do? He's like, oh, I don't know. And then the coach, he said something to him. He said something like, not these exact words, but pertaining to something like, what are you worried or scared or something like that? He's like, all right, come on, give me my headgear then. And so he's like, you got headgear? I was like, yeah, I sure do. I brought my bag and then we wrestled. I I won that pretty easily. And
no shit.
Yeah, I won that pretty. I won that very easily, actually. Hella easily. And then, yeah, man. Ever since. So then, from that day moving forward, I was the team captain. I couldn't wrestle. In any duels that year because my paperwork was still transferring.
I know, so stupid.
Yeah, something like that. But whatever. Then the next year came. Hit the ground running strong. I was like 4 or 5-0 or something like that. And then right before NCS was like North Cal sectionals or something.
Yeah.
I was wrestling a fucking one of my coaches. He got me to wrestle a what's it called when it's not like an official
exhibition?
Yeah, exhibition. I wrestled an exhibition dude that was like 2 weight classes above me.
What?
From a guy from Mount Eden High School, and I was at Hayward High School. The coaches had like some type of beef. Fucking weird. His name was Shawn too, actually.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So, and he was good. He was good. So he's like, "You want to wrestle him?" Like, I had just got done pinning some kid on his senior night.
Yeah.
Fuck, where was it?
On his senior night.
Yeah, on his senior night. His parents was pissed. They had the whole balloon. I got the video too still. They had the balloons and everything for him. You could see in the background. And they were like, they was quiet there. And I pinned him in the first round. That was dope.
You pinned him?
Yeah, in the first round. That was cool. But then that was the last time I ever, because then 20 minutes later, he's like, "Hey, I need you to wrestle in an exhibition match." I'm like, "For what?" I'm like, "Who?" At this point, you know, I'm like, exhibition. I'm like, "No, I want to count for something." He's like, the Mount Eden guy, Shawn. I'm like, "For what?" He's like, he's like 2 weight classes above me. And he's like, "What, are you scared?" I'm like, "All right."
Oh.
I'm like, "All right." I'm like, "Now you got me," right? So we start wrestling. I think it was pretty close. I think he was up like 2-1. I chose to go down after the first period. I chose down. I stand up. And so I have this thing, after I stand up, I go limp. So I let them pick me up. So then I do this thing called a Granby roll. And I like roll out of it. That's like one of my signature moves. This time, Shawn, he like jerked me in a different type of way. Oh, no. And I landed on my arm awkwardly. And broke. Just snapped.
Oh, no.
And I just remember hearing it pop. And I looked at him like, my arm's broken. He's like, "What the fuck?" And he's like going crazy. Like, "What the?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's
was it
really
all
hot."
like fucking?
It was just crooked. Oh. But I was like, "It's getting really hot." I'm like, "I don't know if I should move it." He's like, "Stay right there." And it was like, "Stay right there."
Shit, bro.
And then it took like 2 minutes for the pain to like really hit. And I was like, man. I'm like, "Damn, this phone fucking hurts." And then my dad, right? So then they were like, we got the ambulance on the way. We call your dad. My dad called. They're like, "Don't let him get in that fucking ambulance." Because the ambulance is like the bill. The bills. So my dad's
on my way.
I'll be there right now, dog.
And my dad worked right down the street from the high school.
Oh, okay.
So he was just getting back, So he's like, "Don't let him get in that fucking ambulance." He's like, "Put him on the phone." And he puts it on the phone. I'm like, "What's up, Dad?" He's like, "You broke your arm?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's pretty fucked up." He's like, "You better not get in that fucking ambulance. I'll break your other fucking arm." I'm like, "This motherfucker, man." I'm like, "I'm not. I heard you already." He's like, "Yeah, that fucking bill is crazy. I'll be there in 20 minutes. And he was. They put me in a splint.
But the school's got to pay for that shit, though, bro. Because you broke it doing a school sport.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I know that there's waivers and my dad wasn't trying to take none of them chances.
My dad was like,
"Fuck that."
And I wait.
Yeah, my dad's from around the way. Man. He's from around the block. He's like, nah. He's like, "You stay right there." So, yeah, he picks me up, go to the hospital. Fuck. And then I remember they try to like snap it back in place, but they put me on anesthesia or something like that. Yeah. Or they put me on something. I didn't go to, not anesthesia, morphine.
Oh, you were still awake.
I was fucked up. I've never been. He was like,
happy.
Yeah, he was like, he put me on the morphine. He was just like, "Just go to sleep, man." And I was like, "Hell no, I want to see this."
Yeah.
And I remember I'm like this, and this motherfucker's just yanking my arm, trying to snap it back in place, and it doesn't hurt. I'm like, "This is crazy." And then
you broke this part?
I broke this part, this bone right here, both my forearms. I broke this one, and then I broke this one.
Fuck,
you can't see the scars for real because I got tattoos over them now. But you can kind of see this big one.
I can see that.
Yeah. So I got plates and screws in them. So he wasn't able to snap it back in place because there was like a little chip that was like still out of place. So I had to get surgery. So I went back, got surgery, and then and then after those 8 months, or not 8 months, it was 8 weeks. But then they wanted me to do physical therapy. My dad, we just couldn't afford it. And then after I started to feel a little bit better, like whatever, I tried to go back, and it just wasn't the same. I got chunky, kind of went through like a little depression. And it was
man, what did your coaches tell you though, bro? You shouldn't have been wrestling that shit.
Yeah. That coach, he ended up moving on.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'd never seen him again, actually.
How old were you by then?
I was like
17?
16, 17. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I had got held back a year like when I was younger, so I was a little bit older for my grade. But yeah, so man, they're just my dad wasn't really he wasn't really mad at the coach. He was more so mad at me. He's like, "You've been doing this shit long enough. Like, you should have fucking known better."
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, it just got to my head.
Yeah,
you know
bro.
What I mean, it just got to my head, and
that's a hard one.
End of wrestling.
I tried to give it like a comeback one more time, and the love just wasn't the same, man. Yeah. The love just wasn't the same. I was just broken. Honestly, I went from being one of the best guys in the room everywhere I went to just being back to regular, and I just couldn't deal with it at that time in life.
Mentally.
Yeah, mentally, I was just. My dad had made me I was a wrestler since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I grew up wrestling with some of the
identity.
best guys. Yeah, exactly. The guy that was ahead of me in New Jersey, his name was Mo Farhan. He was like number 6 in the nation or something like that.
Oh,
and he was one of my main guys that I would always train with.
Oh shit.
And we would go at it. He would always come out on top. So that's why he was always ahead of me. But I was good though, man. I was used to walking in the gyms and being one of the guys.
Yeah.
Now I'm walking in the gyms and everybody's ahead of me, and I just didn't know how to take it. I didn't know how to deal with it, So, and I'm in California now. So they didn't really get too much of me before I kind of got forgotten and washed away, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that was like a real mental spill. And then that was the beginning of me really fucking with the streets.
Oh, really?
So that was like, that's what really kicked
Because now
off.
you had a lot of extra time now, bro.
I had nothing but time.
You were pissed off, a little depressed, freaking.
I was just depressed. I was getting a little chunky. Never been that out of shape in my life. For the first time, I had a brand new car. For the first time in my life, I'm eating fast food on a regular basis. I'm drinking on a regular basis. I'm still getting the attention from the ladies and everything like that. So, yeah, I had no interest in going back in wrestling.
Damn,
none
bro.
at all. I was just, man.
So rewind real quick back to New York or New Jersey. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You said you had mentioned you were part of the Latin Kings.
Yeah.
You were getting that involved over there,
man,
bro.
It was banging, man. It was definitely banging,
dude.
Yeah, it's not something I'm too proud about, and
yeah, of course,
and
of course.
I don't mind talking about it, because a lot of those guys are still my guys. I love them. Yeah, and
well, that was my next question. Do you still communicate with some of those cats?
Yeah. I just I'm a boxer now.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
I got I'm busy in other places, and but we still talk, we still chop it up. I'm just not with the activities, like and they're grown up too. They're doing their own thing too.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guys over there, man.
Right on.
Yeah, that was my identity for a long time, man.
Yeah, man, I never heard of them till, I think I was probably like 15 or 16, right, when I heard of them. Yeah. And then I started like looking, like, just kind of investigating who they were. I didn't realize how big they were, bro. Yeah. They're deep everywhere, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. But I'm glad you kind of pivoted a little bit. You know what I mean?
Like I said, I think moving to California, like I said, my dad moved to California for a reason.
Yeah.
And it kind of just did me right, because I didn't have to, me moving to California was out of my hands. So nobody could really hold me to nothing.
No.
You
had like a new identity now. You know what I mean?
Well, because if it was up to me, I would have never left.
Well, of course.
I would have never left. That's all I knew.
Yeah.
And I wasn't ready to experience life. I was just one of them guys. I'm like, I'm here. This is where I want to be at. I'm not going nowhere. This is who I am.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. So we're talking about your arm breaking in high school, right? Stuff started, you started going sideways a little bit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
At what point did it start really going downhill, bro?
I was working at BMW of Fremont, and I'm not gonna say who, but a good friend of mine. We looked very similar, and so everybody kept saying we looked super similar to the point where they were walking in, they'd be like, "Hey, is that?" Blah, blah, blah. I was like, "No." So I'm like, "Perfect." Me and him, we ended up getting cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Perfect." So this is my way in. I'm like, I need you to get me a copy of your ID, like immediately. And then
he was older. I'm assuming.
Yeah. He was like 24 at the time.
Okay.
Boy, I tell you, so I was like, I paid the $30. He's like, "Look, bro, if you ever get in trouble," I was like, "Man, listen, I tell him I stole your ID.
Yeah,
blah, blah,
we're
blah,
good.
blah." He's like, "All right, cool."
Yeah.
He did it. He was super cool about it. He's still my boy to this day.
Yeah.
Man, I got that ID and I studied that son of a bitch like the back of my head. They couldn't tell me that wasn't me. And
were you guys the same height too, almost? Lightweight?
Yeah.
Oh,
but
shit.
he was like an inch taller than me.
Yeah, but
you know how you can put your own thing on there? So
yeah.
The one guy was like, "You look a little small to be 5'8". I'm like, you could lie on
yeah.
He's like, all right.
Yeah.
I was like, "Bro, what do I look like telling girls I'm 5'6"?
Yeah.
He's like, he's like, all right. We had everything the same, bro. The haircut, the face hair, like the way we,
shit.
Bro, I was a little chunkier, so like the face was, everything was the same. So I memorized that motherfucker like it was me.
Yeah.
That's who I was, shit, for the next couple of years. So I'm like 17 at this time, right? Oh, no, 18, because I had to be 18 and drive the cars at BMW. I was a porter. I was like one of those guys that you pull up, I'll drive your car to the service.
Yeah.
So it was to the point where I even had him cancel one of his debit cards so that I would have it.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, "Hey."
So you can prove like, "Hey, look at."
Yeah, I'd be like, "Look at my wallet." I'm pulling. I'm like, "Oh, that's not me." Look, I'm like, "The fuck?" Yeah. I'm like, I was like, I don't want to be that dumbass that's getting kicked out the line for fake ID, and they keep my shit like, because I did have a couple guys challenge me, and like they were like, "Oh, that's." I'm like, "Bro," so I'm just walking around with a wallet full of this name.
Yeah.
And the crazy shit was. In Sacramento for my birthday, I had booked out a table, and they had the facial recognition thing. Beat that shit too.
No shit,
swear
bro.
to God, bro, that shit was crazy, bro. Oh my God, I would never shit.
I gotta see this ID now, bro.
Bro, I wish I still had it, man. But fuck, it was, man. If I can find a picture or some of it, I will. But man, that shit was legendary. So anyway, I'm 18. So now that's when it really started to get sideways, because now I'm 18 years old, and I'm all tatted up, and now I'm in the nightlife.
And you're on your own now, cause
My dad, I'm on my own, so now I'm in the nightlife. And
were you rooming with somebody, or you had your own apartment?
So my dad left me the apartment.
Oh, okay.
And my dad left me the apartment, but he set me up with a roommate before I left. So it was.
So party started.
Yeah.
Party started, bro.
Absolutely. So I'm talking about out every night, but this is so. Obviously, while you're out at nightclubs and stuff, nightclub things happen.
Yeah.
People go to the bathroom, doing cocaine and all this
everything.
other stuff. I'm naturally just hearing stuff over, and they're like, "Hey, how much?" I hear him like, he's like, "Man, for the gram is $80." And I was like, "Holy shit, $80 for a gram?" I'm like, "Holy shit."
Yeah.
So then I'm like, a gram of weed is only like $10 or $5, whatever the fuck it was. I'm like, damn, cocaine. I was like, now I need to get my hands on some cocaine.
Yeah.
I was like, because this is how I'm gonna pay for this, for everything that I need to fucking pay for.
Yeah.
And going out wasn't cheap.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
It's
I'm a guy.
expensive.
Yeah, no, I'm a guy. Nobody's buying me drinks.
Yeah.
Fuck. So now I'm like, now I need to find some cocaine. So now I'm going around and maneuvering how I maneuver, and I learned I was a pretty good talker at this point in time.
Yeah.
I just knew how to get around. So eventually end up finding a guy where I can get some product from, and one thing led to another. I was selling cocaine. I was a drug dealer. I was a drug dealer at the time. Yeah, I'm 18. Everybody thinks I'm fucking 24. I'm going crazy. And some people know the truth, some people don't, but everybody kept it on a low because I was the guy that was getting their party back from. So nobody told on me. So I was like, I also kind of thought about it too, because I was like, I don't want to sell like no crack or none that mess nobody's life up.
Right.
Every time I've heard about cocaine when I watched Wolf of Wall Street and all stuff like that, they're like, this is the rich man drug. Like, this is how we fucking function. Yeah. So I'm like, all right. So it's the rich man's drug. Yeah. I'm going to be dealing with rich people and it doesn't fuck up their life and they still make hella money and they give me hella money. I'm like, this is perfect. I'm like, this is perfect. In my head, right? Yeah, in my 18-year-old head, I'm like, this is fucking gold.
Yeah. So I'm living the life.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, I got customers with money. There is no real arguments here. Yeah. I'm like 180, but all right, cool here. Boom, boom, boom. So that's really when shit started to go south for me, because now I'm 18 years old and I'm making a shitload of money and I'm out every night. And I don't know what it is, man. When I would be, I'm fucking 18, so all this shit is coming super fast at me. Yeah. Everything is coming super fast at me. I'm talking about women, the money, the popularity. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm selling them shit and they buying me drinks. Yeah. I'm getting drunk for free and I'm getting paid. Yeah, but I'm telling you, I woke up blacked out, like on my friend's couch with a pocket full of crumpled ass money. Like, I'm like, God damn. Yeah, it was all coming super fast for me. And obviously still young, got to my head. And I let priorities slip away and my life just became living off, well, shit, I know I'm going to make money tomorrow. Or I know I'm going to do this. I'm starting to stack the money up. I got more money than I know to do with. Right. And I couldn't do nothing with it. So I get to the age about, what was I, 22, 23? I'm like, damn, I got some money here. I was like, maybe I could buy a house. Yeah. Well, I got this great idea now, like, maybe I could buy a house. And I tried to go through the process and
shit.
Yeah, right I knew like a realtor girl. She was a realtor, and she's like, if you ever, I'm like, all right, cool. So we start the process. She's like, all right, how much you got down? Shit, 30, 40K. All right, cool. Everything, and then it's like, okay, we need proof of income. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, what is that shit?
Yeah, I start sending her pictures of hella money, like
that's my proof, girl.
Yeah, I'm like, I got proof of income right here for you. Yeah, I'm sending her pictures, like, look, it's here. She's like, no, like, dumbass, like, I need paper.
Where you getting it from?
I was like, yeah, you go ahead and scratch that shit out. I was like, nah, I can't do none of that. And so I'm like, damn, I don't know what to do with my money. So my next great idea was, let me just buy hella cars. Yeah. So I ended up buying 2 Mercedes and a Charger.
Oh man, bro.
So now
into a different type of trouble now.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah. So now I have all these nice cars, and now I'm really feeling myself. Yeah. Right. So now I'm really feeling myself. I'm driving around, I'm drunk. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
Pocket full of money. I'm in such a nice car. My thought process was, I'm in such a nice car, like cops aren't gonna pull me over because it's such a brand new nice car. It's like, you know, as long as I'm not doing nothing crazy, I'm not gonna get pulled over. My thought process. So I'm driving around with a loaded gun. Damn. Cocaine just in the damn center console, and one day I'm on my way to an after party at like 3:00 in the morning. Oh. Down the street from my fucking house. I'm loaded, but I'm not that loaded. Like, I was still driving cool. I'm at a stoplight and I look down, or no, I'm at the stop sign. I look down to change the song or something. I look up because I've been stopped for a minute. I don't see any lights. I start to turn. This car comes running. He runs the stop sign. No. It's an Uber. Well, but he didn't have no passenger, but he runs the stop sign, I'm like, oh, smacks me.
Oh, shit, bro.
Knocks me out for a little bit, and I wake up in my car. It was an E450 coupe, Mercedes-Benz, brand new 2020. Damn. My car had the automatic crash sensor, so it calls the police for you. Oh. So I wake up, and I'm like, They're like, sir, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
And you hold that shit in the car.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. She's like, sir, don't worry. We called the police. They're on their way. I'm like, no. I'm like, no. I'm like, don't call them. I'm fine. We're good. man, I start to like dig through the airbags and open up the door. Right when I'm opening up the door, the officer opens. I got you, man. Don't worry. I'm like, oh, fuck. He's like, you okay? I'm like, damn. And that's when it just all went down.
Damn, bro.
So I had to go through the whole lawyer thing. That was a lot of money. And then, yeah, bro, everything just kind of hit the fan. Wasn't able to do that. Wasn't able to do that shit anymore.
Did you do any time?
No. That's where the lawyer money came in. So luckily I had a couple dollars away, and
What did your dad think? Like, did you talk to your dad about it during this?
I told him what was going on, but like I said, I never vented to my dad because there was nothing to vent about. He was just gonna be like, my dad was gonna be like, well,
you got yourself in it. Yeah, get yourself out.
Yeah, so there was no running to dad like, what do I do? My dad was just like, man, do what you been doing, man. You got it all figured out, right, Mr. Smart Ass? You driving around with guns, drunk, and cocaine. He's just like, so. No, there wasn't no talking to dad. I told my mom. She was all worried about it.
Yeah.
And, she tried to help me out as much as she could. But, yeah, so that's where the money came in for the lawyer, and that was the last bit of money that I had that kind of just saved myself from jail time. But I did have to do, like, a whole bunch of fucking bullshit. Like, community service, classes. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, at this point, man, just put... I'm like, how long? Like, fuck, man. I'm like, shit, I'll do it. I'm like, at this point, right? But since I had a loaded gun, the thing.
Did you have homeboy's ID on you?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. At this point in time, I was.
You already. Oh, okay,
yeah, at this time, I'm like 22, 23 at this point. So, or no, what was I? Yeah, I was 22. So I'm good at this point. But at least the gun was registered to me.
Oh, okay.
It was my gun, at least at this point.
Good.
But it was loaded. It was one in the head, so I got illegal transportation for that and a loaded pistol. But then I had all the cocaine and it wasn't bagged up. So
oh shit.
So my thing, I'm over there like, listen, I am a user and abuser. They wasn't trying to hear that shit. I was like, look, I bought them both because it's cheap, but they wasn't trying to hear that shit, man. They're like the Mercedes Benz. I'm doing
I wake up in the morning.
I'm like, man, I'm a functioning addict. The judge was just like,
I heard that one before, bro. Yeah.
So I think everything with them was just, but then that's when I realized everything with them was just money.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
bro.
Like, all right. Like, okay, you're a user. Okay, so we're going to fine you for this. I'm like,
as long as you're paying, they don't care.
Yeah. Kind of. That's really, really, really seemed like.
Yeah.
And so, I got myself out of that. It was a whole bunch of bullshit, and that was about like a 3-year process.
Damn, bro.
So
you stopped selling.
Yeah, I had to. They were just. Yeah. I was just like, man, they own me.
They're on your helmet.
What did you do with your life after that then? So
fuck, man. I started working security, and then that's when boxing came into the picture.
That was just gonna ask, man. Okay, we getting into the juicy.
Yeah. So
you one of the questions I sent you, and I think this was around this time. You said had to make a choice between being a loser, picking myself up, and becoming somebody respectable.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's yep. I came up with that solution when I was in that jail cell. I was just like, what the fuck am I doing? I look down at my stomach. I'm hell out of I'm vaping. I'm fucking smoking cigarettes sometimes. I'm drinking. Like, I'm just looking at myself in the jail cell. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
And when you were saying that to yourself, was this something that you were having? You're like, okay, I'm gonna stop fucking around, become somebody respectable.
Yeah.
Who was that for? Was that for you? Was that for your parents? Who was that for?
It was for me. Cause now I realize, like I said, it was only the mandatory. I bailed out. Thankfully, I had the money to bail out, so I bailed out. But I'm sitting there and I'm just like this is me. Like this is I have my life. Yes, people love me, but people aren't living my life. If I don't fix myself right now, this will be my reality. And I'm looking at the other guys in the fucking tank, and I'm like, I'd be damned if I'm living with this motherfucker. Or, you know what I mean? Just around a whole bunch of men. I just came from the nightclub with a whole bunch of women and nice cars and having hella fun music, and I see this fucking loser across. I'm like, and now I'm looking at this. I'm like, this guy's a fucking loser, and I'm sitting right here with him. So what does that make me? I'm a fucking loser too. So it was just in that moment I was like, I need to fix myself for myself, because if I don't, nobody's gonna do it for me. And so that was like a really that was like the first time I've ever really been held accountable for anything I've ever done in my life.
Wow, bro.
Yeah, I got caught. I got caught. And I let myself get caught. And like, I don't know, I've been held accountable by my dad and stuff, but you know, the punishment was always just a beating. I'm like, all right, cool, I'll take that.
Yeah.
But now it's like, you want to take my freedom away? I'm like, no,
that was a little different, huh?
I can't walk to my fridge and go get some fucking chips or something good. You know, I can't go shit in peace. This motherfucker over. I'm like, hell nah. We're not doing it. So that's really what it was.
Was there a moment while you were kind of going through this process before you beat the case where you're like, fuck, I might do some serious time? Like, were you ever like worried that was going to be an option?
Yeah, but yes. At some point in time, I know they were talking about like they dropped it from felonies to misdemeanors because I took the DUI, and then they're like, but I could still possibly do 2 years if I don't want to do this. And I was just like, well, at that point, it kind of just, it was what it was because I had lost everything. The cars were gone. I was, you know, the money wasn't coming in no more, so I wasn't going to be able to pay for this shit. Like, so it was just like, if I go do the time, like, I don't want to. I'm busting my ass trying not to go do this time. But if I have to, like, I'll just come back to a fresh, clean slate anyways. Like, so. But I didn't waste any time. I immediately hit up my friend. He got me a job. And I was just like, look, I'm working and I'm trying to do better. My bad. You know? Yeah. That's really all I could do at that time.
And how do you then find boxing?
So, boxing was something that I always wanted to do as a kid. But my dad was such a wrestler, and he had only one way of thinking. So he's just like, yeah, you're wrestling. I was like, I want to box. He's like, no. He wouldn't let me near a pair of gloves. He wouldn't let me near a boxing gym. Nowhere, not even remotely close. He never entertained it. I was like, I want to box. He's like, fuck no. He's like, hell no. He's like, you're going to the wrestling gym. So, all right. So now I'm a grown man. Right. And I'm like, I'm kind of reverting to when's the last time I had my life in order? The last time I had my life in order was when I was wrestling. So, and I was like, okay, obviously I need some type of structure in my life and something to look forward to for me to be
good stuff,
continuing to do good. So that's where boxing came in. Yeah. And I went to.
How old were you at this point when boxing came in?
23.
Oh, okay. 23, you're still young.
Yeah, 23. I go to Walmart. I buy the cheapest fucking boxing gloves they had. Bought some hand wraps. Just the real basic shit
to get started.
Yeah, and then I went to King's Boxing Gym only because I was asking around, and I guess they had like the most old school, no name. So I'm like, all right, cool. I go to King's Boxing Gym, introduce myself to Miss King. She's like, okay, well, we have a couple trainers here. I'll introduce you to this guy, and introduced me to one of the coaches, and he got me started, showed me kind of where to go and whatnot, and then that's just kind of where the love started.
Nice. What was the biggest shock or difference between coming from just knowing wrestling, because they're two very different disciplines?
Yeah. Again, I think going back to having to at this point in life, I've been humbled, and my ego's already been cracked.
You're coming in already.
Yeah, my ego's gone. Right. My ego has been gone, and I've been humbled. Like, I have been completely humbled. Right. So the hardest part was walking into a gym, knowing what I'm doing, being one of the guys, being somebody that could just immediately jump into something that I know what to do and get myself back to work or whatever, to learning something completely new, leaving myself vulnerable to be like, I don't know what you're talking about, and having to sit there and listen something completely new. That was the hardest part, and that was the most difficult challenge that I had to deal with.
Right on, sure, bro.
Yeah.
And I know, so you said you stopped obviously selling and all of that, but during that, were you also partaking? Like, were you using cocaine and obviously you were drinking?
Yeah, so drinking didn't stop, it just slowed down a lot. It slowed down a lot. But it didn't stop though. Like, instead of me driving, my friends would be driving or something like that. We'd still go to places like that. Like, for the last, at this point, what, five, almost 6 years, drinking was kind of just, what I've known, what I've grown to love, but my best memories at this point, or my most fun memories at this point, were drinking, and so I'm still drinking. I'm still actively drinking, but now I have some structure in my life, and I'm looking forward to something. I lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I stopped vaping. That was really hard.
Good, brother.
Yeah. It was also stupid too. I started vaping in the very beginning, when it was like the healthy alternative to smoking cigarettes.
Right. The healthy alternative.
Yeah, the healthy alternative, right? That's when they came in like the little sticks.
Dude.
And it was like, all right.
Now some of these fucking blocks are like,
I know, bro.
They got the screens, the games on them and shit. You can adjust the power. I'm like, son of a bitch.
What
when I had the ones that was like really, they were called puff bars, and they were really skinny and little. They only last like a day. And then that was the healty alternative. Yeah. And I'm over here like, I'm thinking I'm doing something good. I'm like, I don't smell like cigarettes. I'm like, it's fucking vapor. Like, what can go wrong? So, again, dumbass. So, and I quit that. And then,
So you get into the boxing, bro. At what point did you decide to take it real serious, bro? Was there like a point where like, hey, I think I have something here, man. I didn't
think I had anything, honestly, because I was getting beat up in sparring a lot, and I was just like, but it wasn't really about taking it serious. It's just like I just did not want to go back to what I was doing, because I know if I go back to what I was doing, I knew there was nothing but a self-destructing bad path for me.
So
good stuff, bro.
Keeping yourself busy.
Yeah, absolutely. Keeping myself busy. I'm one of them people.
Developing a new habit, bro. And getting rid of a bad habit.
Yeah.
Like for how young you were, like the fact that you were able to recognize that.
But he grew up fast though, too, bro.
Yeah. But that's my point, is because oftentimes it's crazy, because you can look at your story from what we talked about so far, and you can say, "Oh, poor guy, man. This guy was such a tough dad. It was this, it was that."
Yeah.
But also, some of your stronger characters, from so far what I've heard from your story, like being able to recognize those situations, come from those things.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so that's where sometimes, it's
a gift and a curse, bro. It's a blessing and a dude. It's
absolutely, it really is.
It's like fuck,
and a lot of so my dad, I feel like my dad built in a lot of core values in me, and I always knew the difference between right and wrong. I don't want anybody to ever think that I never knew that. I always knew when I was doing something wrong, I knew I was doing wrong.
Yeah.
I just didn't care. And I just was like,
but you knew it though.
Caught. Yeah. But, and also like all of the problems that I got into, it was nobody's fault. It was all my fault. It was all self-inflicted. I shot myself in the foot, 2 guns, both feet, pop. I did it all to myself. So
you're not a victim and gonna point your finger at somebody and say because of you.
Oh, you left me with the house, man. Get the fuck out of here. Like, you know what I mean? I had working legs, I had working arms. I could have got a job, and I could have just did it the traditional way. But I found something. I was young, and I'm looking for a cheat code. And I was like, bro, I want to stay coming to the club every night with all these girls and
that's the dumb stuff you're supposed to get out the way when you're young. You know what I mean?
And there's just the right way to do it.
Right.
And I just didn't, and honestly, man, there was that one dude. I found it. I seen 2 dudes going to a bathroom stall. I'm 18 years old. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what are these guys?
What are you guys doing?
What you guys got going on right here?
What the?
Hey, this is good shit. Bro. I hear the whole conversation. I'm like, what the hell? He's like, hey, 80 for the gram.
I'm selling the wrong shit over here, dog.
Yeah, right? I'm still trying to sell weed at this point. This fucking weed is legal. I'm like, God damn. That was another thing, too. People smoking weed all over the place. New Jersey, they take you to the house for a point, too. You get 6 months probation for a little thing of weed.
They'll get you, bro.
At this point in time, right? So, that's what
I got a boxing question, and you might know it.
Oh, yeah, bro. I was gonna start shooting them off.
How do you become pro? Like, what makes the difference? Like,
good question.
Makes a difference? Like, how do you? What is a pro boxer versus a amateur? Like, how does that work?
Man, just to give you a very basic answer of a pro boxer, and in my case at least, it was like, do you have balls or not? And I say that because being there is no criteria for being a pro boxer. They have guys that jump off the streets that never fought a day before in their life and turn pro. It's just a license. It's just money. It's just a physical. There's nothing special to it. There is no, oh, you got to go do this, you got to win this, or anything like that. Like,
so you just have to apply for the license.
Pretty much, right? And being an amateur is the same thing, just applying for all that stuff. But it's like, if you do that, you can get hurt. And if you
depending on who you're fighting, bro, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure you guys see some of these B-side fights, and you'd be like, that guy should not be in there.
He should not be in the ring with that guy, bro. Yeah.
Oh, the crazier ones are the ones coming out of Russia.
Yeah.
Where you see like a guy that's like fucking 200 pounds against like a 120-pound guy. I was like, dude, you gotta get your ass fucked.
Yeah, but that's so there was no criteria. I was trying to do the whole amateur thing, but at this point I'm like 24 years old. Not that much experience. Well, not really. I've just been training at the gym and stuff and sparring with the other green guys. I got 18-year-olds, 15-years-olds piecing my stupid ass up.
Really?
Yeah, they're 15 years old. They've been doing this since
they were 10.
So they just putting punches together. I'm like, I'm trying to still do my little wrestling shit. But I'm learning. I'm getting through it. And then I can't, for the life of me, I can't buy an amateur fight. Like, people see me and they're pulling out of fights, or they just not matching me up, or nothing. Like, I just couldn't.
Was it because your tattoos, or?
I don't know. I mean, I would assume so. Maybe, you know what I mean? Because I've been told I look intimidating, or like one of those kind of guys, and I get that. But my boxing back, I didn't have no fucking boxing back.
So how many short fights have you had?
I only had 2.
Just 2.
I only had 2. So one of the ones I did get was Golden Gloves. That was my first one.
Okay.
And I signed up for Golden Gloves because I was like, if you sign up for Golden Gloves, you're coming here to win this fight, and you're not going to not fight me. You're going to fight me. So, like, you know what I mean? That was my mindset. I'm like, I'm going to get a fight at Golden Gloves for sure. So I signed up for Golden Gloves. I lose that fight in decision.
How many rounds?
3. It was 3 2-minute rounds. It was a novice Golden Gloves.
Okay.
But, and then the next one, I fight at Benjamin's Boxing. It was against another 30-year-old guy, and I won that one.
Okay.
In decision. Shit, I was drinking the night before that fight, too.
Oh, man, bro.
Bad decision. But, yeah. So, that was like March of 24.
Yeah.
Going through the rest of the year, I'm kind of training. I'm kind of falling off. I'm telling my coach, like, man, I'm kind of just losing motivation. This shit's just like kind of just pointless. You know, I'm trying to lose weight, cut weight, and then a fight falls out or I'm not matched up. I'm like, man, this shit's just pointless. He's like, you go pro. I'm like, all right. I'm like, cool. And he's like, the gloves are small and there's no headgear. You want to do it? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, we'll get you started in Mexico. So it's like a lighter touch.
And you're fighting TJ, right?
Yeah. It's supposed to be a fucking lighter touch. Man, goddamn. It's supposed to be. I tell you what, that guy, he wasn't good skillfully, but he was a fucking bull.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, I hate that guy.
He just kept coming.
That shit was some, And he didn't even, Mexico is just anybody, this goes for any boxer here too.
Tell him, bro.
Anybody who goes to Mexico expects some janky shit. It's some bullshit. So nobody comes in on weight. My guy didn't even show up to the weigh-ins. I didn't even know who the fuck I was fighting. This motherfucker, he came in at like 163.
Damn.
Yeah, I have a picture somewhere. I'll send it to you guys. Maybe you can post it.
Yeah, that was
this motherfucker had like a stomach popping out, but it was a 6-pack. He was just buff like this. Hella short, little. Just walk. I'm like,
I was listening to your podcast where you were talking about it, and you were saying how, and it's crazy because I get it. You're like, you usually have the weigh in, so that way you kind of get that.
You see who you,
you're sizing the person up. You get that out of the way, the head game.
I didn't see him.
And that way you show up and you already got that out of the. But you didn't see him until that time.
I didn't see him till like 2 fights before my fight, and I was already gloved up.
No shit, bro.
They're like, hey, come to the back. We need a picture of you and your opponent facing off. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, what the hell? Everybody faced off that day except me.
I gotta ask you, what was your coach telling you though, bro?
My coach was just like, he didn't even go to the face. He couldn't come to the back to the face off with me because one of the other guys I went down there with, he was fighting.
Oh shit.
Kyle Lockenlolly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Kyle was fighting while I'm facing off. My coach is over there helping Kyle, and I'm over here like, what the fuck?
What the fuck is going on?
I'm like, hey, what the fuck did he weigh in at?
Yeah. They didn't tell you.
No, he did. He's just he's like, 163. He's like, what ounces are your gloves? I'm like, what you mean, what ounces are my gloves? I'm like, they're 8. He's like, Oh, okay.
Oh shit!
I'm like, oh man, there's some bullshit right now. I'm like, man, I know something going on.
Oh no!
And he was just a big old little stocky motherfucker. So I'm like, I'm not gonna. He was shorter than me, but he was just built, bro. Yeah. And I was just like, damn. So my
this gonna be a long night, dog.
Yeah, well, not really. I was just like, so my mindset, I was just like, okay, I'm knocking this guy out immediately. So I come out there blazing. And I've never had the best cardio, and this night definitely showed it. I was in there looking for a guy that was my size and probably didn't have the same skill set. Man, the first 2 rounds, I'm beating his ass. And that's kind of where the night ends right there. Because the last 2 rounds, I'm just kind of moving out the way.
Oh, you gassed out.
I gassed out quick.
Oh,
I'm not letting him hit me.
I'm surprised you said you don't have good cardio. Because
they're wrestling, bro.
Yeah,
but I don't think there's harder fucking cardio training than
there wasn't, bro. But I just put myself through so many years of damage. Yeah. And I had built up. And I had built up these habits of drinking. Like, I don't think people really understand to be a professional boxer, even in a 4-round setting, drinking is not
any drinking, dude. I don't even like. So I'm a white belt jiu-jitsu. I've done a few.
Motherfucker's pink belt, bro. I'll let him tell you that.
Hey, if you show up with no belt, there is a pink belt
that they give.
If you forget your belt, that's the only belt you can borrow.
This one's just for you.
Yeah.
But my point is, and I've told you this before, because I competed, I think 2 or 3 times. Mm-hmm. If I have one fucking drink, I can feel it.
Yeah, the mucus, like your body's inflamed.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. You feel weaker. Yeah. You feel like kind of cathartic, and it's like, and that's not at a professional level. I can't even imagine.
I know, dude.
Well, so man, like I said, the first 2 rounds, I feel like I was beating his ass. Like, I'm hitting him with all big shots, and this little buff motherfucker was just taking them.
Just eating them, huh?
Bro, I've hurt people in sparring with these punches I was hitting him with. My best punch was
eating
my overhand right. And I remember, I think it was like the end of the first round, like close to the end of the first round, I threw an overhand right, landed perfect. Boom! And I see him, he kind of goes out for a little second, he comes right back. I was like, no way. In my head, I'm like, no fucking way, bro. He just kept coming forward. And he didn't have no skill, bro. Thank God, because that motherfucker, he was just.
I'm curious, bro. For like the beginning, professional fighter, what's the paycheck look like?
Oh, so Mexico, you don't make any paycheck. You pay to fight, basically.
Really?
You're basically paying to fight because
just to get your name out there, get the experience,
and you got to remember, I don't have any amateur background, so I'm basically nobody in the boxing world. I'm far from anybody. The only reason I got so much attention was just because people have known me from the past.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's why I got the support I got. But other than that, in the boxing world, I was just nobody. So
right on.
So you end up losing that fight?
No, we got a draw.
It was a draw.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and you know what? I wasn't too hard on myself about the draw. Because the last 2 rounds, I didn't get hit. I just wasn't punching back. So I was just moving around, just dodging his shit, tying up with him. I'm fucking out of breath. So we end up getting a draw. I wasn't too hard on myself because one of my friends, which is a great boxer right now, he's on Zuffa Boxing, and he got a draw in Mexico before too, where they kind of played him. And it didn't make me feel too bad about myself because I was just like, that's on me for not preparing as I didn't take it as seriously as I should have. Yeah. And now I know what I got to do for my next one.
Right on, bro.
So I came back and I won my next one. But my next fight in Oakland.
Let's go. Tell them everybody your fight, the time, the date, who you're fighting, whatever, everything.
So my next fight after that was August 16th in Oakland, California against Richard Esquivel. Very cool dude, actually. We're friends now. UFC dude, he comes to fight. It was it was a good matchup for me. But this fight, so I trained really hard for it. I ate perfect. I did everything I had to do. But I was overly scared of gassing out again. So I didn't let my hands go, or I didn't go crazy like I did in the first one. Yeah. And you got to kind of find that balance, right? And this is where the amateur inexperience comes in at, because I haven't been in enough fights. At this point, this is only my total of 4th fight. So I'm still kind of learning. You don't want to
try to reserve energy so much that you left.
I mean, I basically won that fight with a jab, but
hey, shit. Hey, bro.
But but watching the tape, I'm like, I could have did a lot more.
Yeah.
I just did.
Always,
I
bro.
just did
Always.
it because I remember I was just terrified. I wasn't terrified of my opponent. I was terrified of gassing out again.
Yeah.
I didn't want to look stupid in front of the home crowd, right? So yeah, it's
so when's your next fight, bro?
July. I'm back. Back to Mexico. I'm about to go get my feet wet.
Where in Mexico?
TJ? I believe.
Tijuana, Mexico?
Yeah.
Okay.
My coach is setting it up right now. So, but yeah, back to Mexico. Gonna go get my feet wet, and I got something planned for back over here, local.
Okay.
And then probably end the year in Mexico again, just to get some ring time.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna cut off now, drink a couple weeks before?
Yeah. I'm cutting it up like two months out. I'm done with all that stuff.
And I hear this from a lot of the pro wrestlers. This isn't kind of a weird question, but like, what about sex? Because I hear that some of the guys like say like fucking for a month nothing.
Yeah, shit. Mike Tyson said. Mike Tyson said he went like he went like 9 months with no sex, bro, or something. I think so, bro. Find it somewhere.
Mike Tyson's a nut.
Yeah, he's different. He's an animal, bro.
Somebody's here off.
Yeah, maybe, bro.
Fuck. You can't do it too much. I think life is just a balance. I think I balance it out. You gotta be like, okay, 3 weeks before the fight. All right. Let me really, like, I'm already buckled down. Let me really buckle down now. 3 weeks before the fight. 2 weeks before the fight. Cool.
Yeah.
What are your weight? What do you fight at?
So I'm gonna go. This one I'm gonna do 135. When I come back to the States, I'm thinking 130.
And what's your walking weight?
When I'm taking care of myself, 150, 147.
All right.
Oh, so you gotta drop some weight.
Yeah, when I'm on bullshit, 160.
I was gonna say.
So, that's why, like I said, I'm going back to Mexico. You know, started the year off rough. I was supposed to fight December 6th in Pleasanton, but I tore a ligament in my thumb.
I heard you saying that.
Yeah. So,
you do any peptides when you do shit like that?
No, I haven't experienced that yet, but
right.
Looking into it.
I fucked up my my meniscus. And so all the jiu-jitsu guys, they'll do BPC 157.
Okay.
And so like I always hear it, blah blah blah, and I was like, all right, fuck it, I want to try it.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It worked.
Yeah.
The doctor told me I wasn't gonna be able to fucking go back for like 3 months. I was back in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Really?
No, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it. I just haven't got my hands on it. Or I just haven't been like led in the right direction, you know?
So especially if you're gonna be in TJ, that's where you get to do shit.
Yeah. Shit, bro. So let's talk about something real quick, bro. A lot of people look at boxing, right? And you know, Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya, fucking Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Right? But a lot of people don't know, right? For guys like yourself at the very beginning, they don't know the amount of work that goes in, how many times they're not getting paid, right? They have a full-time job and they're trying to, develop this professional boxing career, bro. Yeah. Can you just kind of elaborate your lifestyle from start to finish, Monday to kind of Sunday, to kind of just paint a picture? Because there's a lot of kids and even young adults who are trying to make that transition, right? To become a boxer, but a lot of them don't know the reality behind it, bro. Yeah. Right? How hard it is. Yeah. Right? Because when we were doing the media day, I was kind of listening to conversations, and I heard, I don't want to mention the guy's name, but just the amount of stuff that he was going through. With his family, with work, with missing time from his family, his kids, and trying to balance a full-time job. But I mean, if you're getting ready for a fight, I can only imagine you have a full-time job, you have a family, and you have to put in the hours for boxing, bro.
You have to, man, because there's somebody in those gloves, even if they are an opponent, they don't want to get hurt.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Can you just kind of paint like a quick little picture of what it is to be a beginning professional boxer? Your lifestyle, work, paying the bills, what you're getting paid, what you're not getting paid. Yeah. What the real shit, bro, that people need to understand.
Yeah, boxing is super expensive. Yes. So I would tell anybody that's looking at boxing like a potential money grab or a potential quick way to get rich, it's not just hard work and it's not just sacrifices. It's real life shit, man. Like bumps in the road happen. People get flat tires. People get their cars broken into. Shit happens at your house. sometimes you lose your job, you get laid off, you get fired, whatever the case may be. Family emergencies happen. Like, all this shit plays into effect, and it's really hard. So just like me, when I was doing my last fight, I was working overnights, coming home, going straight to sleep, waking up at 2, 3, sometimes, not really fully rested, going to go train because the coach I was working with at the time only had so much dedicated time for me. And working out again, then going to run, then eating the food you don't like. That really sucks.
Fuck, dude.
And then going back to work and doing it all over again, kind of shutting off reality. When your friends are going out and having a good time or going to go get some dinner, or even if you're not going to go drink, that doesn't matter because you still need to go get your rest so you can go train again. And then you got sparring, and then sparring isn't rewarding every time. You take a lot of ass whoopings.
Yeah.
Or you win sometimes, so I think boxing is just something you got to grow a love for. It's got to be something that you enjoy, and you need to like boxing for boxing and not like it for, I can potentially get rich off of this.
Right.
Because I know some guys, one of my best friends, man, he's a dog, crazy cardio, crazy power, got dedication like a motherfucker, doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't go to the clubs, doesn't do anything. But he just, for the life of him, does not like the media.
Oh.
He just hates the media. He doesn't want to do pictures. He doesn't want to sell tickets. He doesn't want to talk to people. He don't want to do none of that.
He just wants to box.
Yeah. But reality of it,
you have to.
Yeah, right? So, and the reality just kind of sets in, man. Like, you have to be ready for everything that comes with it. And he fell out of love with boxing. And he's kind of just done with it himself. He just trains just to train and trains other people, and it's good enough for him now.
How does it work for, so for example, your coaches and stuff? So obviously, you're not making money out of this.
I'm negative.
Well, little money you make, I'm sure is you're going to put it back into it. So how does it work? Like, when somebody's your coach, do you pay them, or that they're just investing on you? How does that work?
So, I've been blessed with a couple coaches that I've had that haven't asked me for any money directly or anything like that. I'll take care of them on the back end. I did have the one coach that was coaching me for my last fight. I was paying him to train me weekly or every other week or something like that. And so I didn't have to pay him anything out of my purse because he knows the purse wasn't shit anyways. What do you want, 10, 15%? Fucking $80, $90. I'll buy you dinner, bro.
Yeah.
So he didn't ask me for none, but, I did pay weekly for him. And just like coaches too, man, just like boxers, coaches have lives too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Man, so they don't always have the time to just give you, so I kind of just had to take, and like I said, I just was lucky with the guys I got around me, and they helped me out for the most part for free.
Yeah. So I got to ask you this question. I think, man, I love boxing, bro, right? Yeah. I wish, honestly, my mom didn't have the money and the places that I would go to when I did boxing when I did 8, 9, and 10, but off and on.
Yeah.
I would go there and they'd do the training at the rec center or at the Barrio station down in San Diego, but it was off and on. What boxing is to me, bro, I love UFC, right? I love, you can, but to me, boxing is no, we're standing up.
Yeah.
And we're going blow for blow, bro. Yeah, we're not hugging each other. We're not falling on the ground. I mean, it's right here, nonstop, right?
Yeah.
I've always admired that.
Yeah.
Right? To me, though, bro, you have to have a certain state of mind, knowing that you're walking into this ring, right? It's either you or him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And obviously you want it to be you.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
What is going through your mind, bro, the last 2 fights when you're walking into that ring? What are you telling yourself? How are you telling yourself? What are you feeling? Right? I've always been intrigued by that, bro.
Yeah.
And the recent one that kind of just for me with Mike Tyson on how he described. You ever heard the interview where how what are you talking to yourself about? And he's going through all these scenarios. He's scared.
Yeah.
But once he gets into the ring and he makes the eye contact, all the scared goes away.
Yeah.
What about you?
I was scared until I was very, very nervous. And like I said, I was very nervous, not more so because of my opponent. I know I know what I am. I know what I got. I got like I got a couple things going for me. A chin being one of them.
Yeah. That's huge though, bro.
I know, fuck, man. I've seen some other guys that they can box their ass off, but they get hit once and it's over.
Boom.
So, yeah, that sucks. But so I've been blessed with a chin, I think, for the most part. But it was I was really, really, really scared until the time when I was time for me to walk out. When they called my name and I see him in the ring, kind of just boom. Like, it kind of just pissed me off. I was getting, like, really, really mad. I was just like, man, like, I'm like, he really showed up. I'm like, all right. So now I'm walking to the ring. I'm like, I'm about to beat his ass. You know, I'm in the ring. I'm like, damn. I'm like, in my head, you know, I've always been kind of like the intimidating guy or something. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, you really gonna fight me? I'm like, okay. So I don't know. That's just kind of what played in my head. I was just like, yeah, he got me fucked up. I'm about to beat his ass. So,
all right. The second question is, all right, you're in there already. Ding dong, right? Mm-hmm. And you take that first hit. When you take that first hit, what goes on through your mind, bro?
I'm like it's on.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was like, I kind of like, because, you know, usually everybody starts off with a jab. It's not like their biggest punch or anything like that. So it's like, I protect the big punch. Yeah. You know, I keep the hand up. I protect the big punch, and I kind of let the jab kind of get through.
Sneak in there a little bit.
Boom, all right, we're here. And see what he got, too. You know, I kind of want to see what he got. Yeah. See if he got if he got some power, or if he got some ass behind it. And then once you get hit, it's just like, all right, we're here.
Man, so growing up in the hood, bro, I used to get into a lot of street fights. I was always getting into fights. Yep, got my ass kicked a lot of times, and I kicked a lot of ass, bro.
Same here.
But my philosophy, as I started getting into all those fights, was I need to get hit first.
Yeah.
I need to feel him. Like, I want him to hit me with everything he's got. And I remember sometimes I get there, bro, and I just wait for him. Like the wow. No, I would get hit.
You got to piss me off.
Bro, and then as soon as I felt like something would just snap. All right, motherfucker.
Yeah, if it didn't put you out
you know?
Already,
you know, and it was just one of those. That's why I'm always like, I respect boxers. I respect you guys so much, bro, because I really believe that you guys have to be a special kind of different people. And I think you guys are, bro.
Special kind of retarded.
No, hey, call it what you want. Like just talking to Kyle and then talking to Rob and J-Mac and just kind of listening to them. You guys have a different, your eyesight is, to me, like, I walked into that day, the media day, bro, and I'm looking at like each and one of these guys, right? And you can see that wolf inside there, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I think there's a lot of situations you can bullshit yourself.
Yeah, like, dude.
But when you're in the ring,
you can't.
It's just you and the other guy.
That's
like
it.
You guys said, right? It's either you or me.
Yeah.
There's no.
And nobody can help you.
You can lie until that point.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And then at that point, you can pretend that you were training. You can pretend that you were doing the right things. But when you show up,
it's gonna show. And like, I've been a victim of that. I've been a victim of it shows. Like, I wasn't taking my cardio as serious as I was because I was relying on my big hand too much. And I feel like everybody has a different view when I walk into the ring. I feel like I know I'm not the most talented. So I'm coming here to fight. I'm not about to make this pretty. I'm not here to make this cute. I'm here to fight because I don't got the most skill. Maybe guys like Kyle look at it different because they like, he ain't got what I got. I've been doing this since I was a kid. Or J-Mac, like, you know, I've been doing this for years. Or I feel like everybody got a different view.
Like,
whatever gets you in that ring, and when we there, we meet.
Dogs.
What's the best advice you've ever gotten from boxing world?
I don't think best advice. Like technique wise, or just like mentally?
In general, bro.
It
can be a life question.
I don't think it was anything like that. I think it was just my coach is just like, today's over. Tomorrow's a new day. And then that he was getting me with that with good days and bad days too. So I would have good sparring days. He'd be like, hey man, great sparring tonight. Today's over. Tomorrow's a new day. I would have bad sparring days.
One of the quotes that you sent me is like, better days are on the way.
Yeah. I have that tattooed on my arm.
Oh, you do? That?
Yeah, that's right. Better days on the way.
So Big Dog, I like to ask this question, man, you know, because I think we all live life differently. We have different experiences.
Of course.
If you were to pass away right today, What would you have want everyone to know about you?
I think it's okay to not be good, but it's not okay not to try. Like, don't be scared. Don't let fear, don't let social media, don't let people's opinions drive you away from trying or just getting out there.
Right on.
You know, if I had cared too much about what people thought, I wouldn't be a boxer. I wouldn't be a professional boxer. I wouldn't have been any type of boxer.
Yeah.
I was telling my friends, but like, you know, I was just like, hey, I'm gonna start boxing. Some of them laughed at me.
Yeah.
Some of them, you know, just kind of just waved me off, and some of them just were like, all right, well, we'll see. You know, nobody took me serious up to this point. So
right on, bro.
when I did it, it's just like, it's okay to not be good at something. It's okay to fail, but it's not okay to not try.
Right on,
Yeah,
bro.
so I think that would be something I really live by. I think all youth and all kids, everybody coming up, even grown adults, should live by that, because time waits for nobody, man. Time waits for nobody, and if you don't try, then you'll just be a past memory.
So what's your life look like in the next 5 years, bro?
Man,
What is your 5-year goal?
5-year goal, to be financially stable, legitimately, which I have been legit up, you know, since I got in trouble, but like being financially stable legitimately. I don't believe money is happiness, but I do believe money is stability that will allow you to focus on happiness.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So that's just being stable, just being financially free, or, you know, comfortable. You know, comfortable.
So you and your pops had a different relationship, right? Do you have any kids yet?
No.
So what is one thing you would do differently, knowing what you know now, what you've been through, who you are now, and you gained all this experience from life so far, right? And you're still very young.
Yeah.
What is one thing you would do differently if you had your own son, relationship wise?
I think, like, I would have my child spend more time with their mother. So my dad and my mom, they clashed heads a lot, and that like limited my time with my mom. So I didn't really get that softness in me. No, I didn't really get to, you know, feel for others or feel bad for people or even like genuine, just like, not love, because my dad loved me, but it was just like, you know, just that motherly love that, you can't get that from anywhere else but your mother. So, you know, that I would definitely have the child spend more time with the mother, whether we're together or separated. But as far as like the discipline and just the core things that my dad did everything right. And as a person, you know, we're all born different, man. Sometimes you just want to do bad shit. And I just wanted to do bad shit.
Sometimes you just run into the wrong people in the bathroom and it gives you the fucking idea.
Yeah. I mean, you think certain people are cool, and then, you know, that's another thing too. My dad was working so much that, like, as much as I thought my dad was cool when I was a little kid, he wasn't there when I was growing up and developing. So he wasn't cool no more. And then the guys on the block were cool. And then, you know, the guys with the tattoos, smoking, talking about bitches and getting money, those guys were cool.
Yeah.
And then me being young, I followed into that.
I think that's such a crazy point that you're bringing up, and I'm kind of going through it right now and kind of realizing that, because so I have a 14-year-old and I have an 11-year-old. Right?
Boys.
Very important times.
Like, I'm coming to a realization that, like, I gotta grow with them.
Yeah.
Because I've been like their hero until this point, but like my 14-year-old, I'm at this point right now where I'm like, okay, I gotta step it up, or like, to your point, like, I don't want somebody else to be the role model.
Yeah.
So I have to make sure that I'm, you know, evolving with them and growing with them and kind of connecting with them in different ways, because he's not my baby no more. You know,
yeah,
motherfucker's taller than me.
Yeah, so, shit, yeah. Fuck, everybody's been taller than me my whole life. Fuck, man. So, I know that problem right there. So,
but I was so yeah, it's just it's a great point that you make there because you know you can easily you know like you only have control so much from your kids, but there's an environment and it's not there, and sometimes it's because you don't want to be, sometimes it's because you're busy and you're trying to pay the bills and any other thing.
Yeah, I mean,
so hey, if you could be any animal in this world, what would you be and why?
I'm a lion.
Why?
I'm a lion. Well,
why are you lying, bro?
Man. Hey, man, you know, I have, you know, got a big attraction to the lion, and you know, I was Latin king and whatnot, and just felt like I was just the king of the jungle. So, I love the lion, man. I mean, realistically though, if I was, be like a honey badger.
Oh, those motherfuckers are bad, bro.
Yeah, my dad would always tell me, he'd be like, "You're like a little fucking honey badger."
Yeah,
because he would always call me little.
Yeah.
And I knew I'm short, but I would always be like, "No, I'm a lion." He'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Like, you know, you're not the biggest guy in any room, and I never had.
But you had the biggest heart.
Yeah, the biggest balls.
Bigger. Yeah, but a honey badger is, dude, you do not fucking.
He would put the natural the animal planet. So he'd be like, "Look,
this motherfucker's bad." You. Yeah, bro.
So I'd be like, yeah. So I guess realistically, a honey badger. My favorite, who I would want to be, is a lion. But you know, hey,
yeah. If you won $100 million tomorrow, what are the first 3 things you'd do with that money?
Oh, I'm gone. I wouldn't say the first thing I would do with the money, but the first thing I would do is I'm deleting all my social media.
Okay.
I would delete all my social media. I would stay in America. I love America. Yeah, I see people talking about, I'm going to go here. Fuck that. I seen this. Man, fuck that.
I love my freedom, dog.
Yeah, I love America.
Some people that never travel.
Man, bro, I tell you. Or never watch the National Geographic channels. Like, fuck that. You know, I see people wiping their ass with leaves and whatnot. I'm like, no, I'm good. I love America, dog.
They got resorts everywhere, though, bro. You good with the 100 million?
Yeah, I'm shit. Yeah, but that's another thing too. I don't want to be the richest person where I'm at. I don't want to be the richest person where I'm at. I kind of want to just blend in with the crowd. I'm good with that. I've had the spotlight on me, and I've been that guy, and I don't like it as much as I thought I would. So
awareness, bro.
Yeah, I would buy a nice piece of land, a nice property for myself, live very within my means, and just kind of just disappear off. A couple of investments and whatnot, and help out who I need to help out with, and then kind of just fade off into my own life, man. Enjoy it.
Shit, bro.
Like I said, my goal is financial stability, financial freedom, so that I can go enjoy life. I can go for a nice long jog, 10 miles, walk, run, jog, go fast, go slow, not worrying about what time I got to get home, and just coast life.
Shit, bro. Yeah. Hey, man, I want to tell you something, bro. This interview's been badass, bro.
Thank you.
I'm glad we finally got it out the way, man.
Yeah. It's been a while, man.
We finally got it out the way, bro. You got big fans here now, bro, right?
I hope so.
So keep us posted. Let us know what's going on. If we're available anytime you have a local fight, let us know, bro. We'll be there to back you up, support, tag us.
Comment, support.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything, bro. Whatever we can do to help get your name out there, bro.
Yeah, things have been great.
You know what I mean?
You guys have been very welcoming, man. This place is badass, so thank you guys again for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so, do you know your next fight? Do you know the details that you can tell people? Or
not yet. I just know it's going to be in July. I know my coach is putting everything together right now, so just waiting on the details, but... I just got back in the gym and I'm getting ready. Like I said, I had a rough start to the year. Pardon me. Rough start to the year, but back in the gym and I'm getting to
it. Where can people find you?
Instagram is the best place to find me. Irish21 Bad Boy. And then all my other socials and YouTube would be that the same.
Right on, bro. Right on.
Well, thank you for staying to the end of this. You guys know what time it is. Like, follow, and subscribe. Make sure you go subscribe to the channel and make sure you support him as well.
Yep.
This is Angel.
Danny, the Roots of Ambition podcast. Burn the ships! Thank you, big dog. Thank you, big dog. Hey, we have a lightning round. Some questions we're gonna ask you kind of fast, bro. Cool?
Hey, thank you, bro.
That was awesome.
Our feet on the ground. We talk about the climb, the grit, and the scars. The roots run deep and the dreams reach far.